This is the Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world, spanning over 9.2 million square kilometers. It covers almost 1/3 of the entire African continent, and if you were to walk across it, which would take around 6 months, you'd need plenty of supplies. But what if you only had one bottle of water? In this video, we're going to find out, could you survive the Sahara Desert with just one bottle of water? Make sure to watch till the end because things are not going to go well for our stranded traveler. Day 1. The journey begins. You start off your journey in the small Moroccan town of Zagora, often considered the gateway to the Sahara. Here, locals will offer you camels and guides to help you traverse the massive desert. But you're on a budget and trying to do this as cheap as possible, so you politely decline their offers and set off on foot, with nothing but your one bottle of water and a backpack full of clothes and some snacks. The sun is shining down on you and you're feeling pretty confident. You think to yourself, how hard could it be to walk through a desert? Unfortunately, very hard, especially when you have no water. The human body needs water for many essential functions like regulating body temperature, transporting nutrients and oxygen to cells, and removing waste. Without water, you're going to feel sluggish, dizzy, and disoriented. After about an hour of walking, you start to get these symptoms. This is your body's way of telling you that you need water, or else serious damage could occur. You pull out your trusty bottle of water and chug it down. Your body instantly feels better, and you continue on your journey. As the day goes on, you begin to notice the harsh environment around you. The intense heat, blowing sand, and lack of shade make it clear that the desert is not a place to be taken lightly. The temperature in the Sahara can reach up to 58 degrees Celsius, which is 136 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to cook a nice piece of steak in 3 minutes. That's also about the same amount of time your skin will stay intact before the sun burns it off if you're white. Walking across the scorching sand dunes seems impossible, yet explorers have done it before. One example is a man named Mike Hall who walked across the Sahara in 2014. He averaged 25 miles per day for 77 days. Now that's impressive. But Hall wasn't doing it alone. He had a team of 4 other people who followed him in a car. They provided him with water and food every day. Unlike you, he was also an experienced ultra-marathon runner, so he knew what he was getting himself into. The odds are, you won't be finishing the Sahara anytime soon, especially with only one bottle of water. After about 5 hours of walking, you come across a Bedouin camp. These people have been living in the desert for centuries and know how to survive in its harsh environment. You ask them if you can buy some water from them, but they shake their heads and point to the sky. It's not that they don't want to help you, it's just that there isn't any water to be found. There has been a drought in the Sahara for many years, and water is scarce. If they gave you water, it would only last a few hours, maybe even minutes. You thank them for their hospitality and head back out into the unforgiving desert. As the sun begins to set, the temperature drops dramatically and now you have to worry about the cold. At night, the desert can get as cold as 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You pull out your jacket and try to build a fire, but the materials are too damp to catch a flame. With no fire and no water, you curl up and try to sleep, but the cold desert wind keeps you awake. You start to feel desperate for water. You wonder if you could collect morning dew, but you know that probably wouldn't be enough. You also think about finding a cactus and eating it, but most species in the Sahara are not edible. Even if you did find a cactus with edible fruit, it probably wouldn't quench your thirst. As the night drags on, you become weaker and weaker until finally you fall asleep from exhaustion. You wake up early in the morning and immediately regret it. Your body is aching from the cold and you still desperately need water. You look around and see some plants that look like they might have some moisture in them, so you decide to eat them. Unfortunately, they turn out to be poisonous and make you sick. Just when you think things can't get worse, you realize you have a scorpion infestation. These tiny creatures love warm, dry places, and your backpack is the perfect hiding spot for them. They crawl all over your face and bite you multiple times. You scream in pain and panic, but there's nothing you can do. You rip open your backpack and throw the contents on the ground. Then you run away as fast as you can. As you run, you hear the sound of crunching glass. You turn around and see one of the scorpions crawling on your bottle of water. You pick it up and chug it down. The scorpion falls into the empty bottle and dies. You take a closer look at the bottle and realize it's made of plastic. Plastic is bad for the environment and it's not safe to drink from. You should have brought a metal or glass bottle. But at this point, you're thirsty and desperate, so you drink from it anyway. Now that you've got some water inside you, you feel a little better. But unfortunately, it's not clean. The plastic in the bottle leaches into the water and now you're drinking poison. You feel sick again and collapse in the sand. You struggle to breathe as your lungs fill with fluid. You cough and choke, but it's no use. The air is too thick and you can't get enough oxygen. You pass out and the sun beats down on your body, cooking you alive. Just kidding. You didn't really die. You woke up in a hospital bed with a nurse by your side. She tells you that you were found wandering in the desert, delirious and dehydrated. She also said that you were lucky to be alive. The doctors gave you IV fluids to rehydrate you and then sent you to the psych ward because they think you're crazy. You tried to explain to them that you didn't actually die, but no one believes you. You spend several weeks in the hospital recovering. Eventually, you're released and go back home. But things are not the same. You can't sleep at night because of the nightmares. And during the day, you're constantly thirsty. You can't stop thinking about the Sahara and all of the close calls that you had. But there's one thing on your mind. Did you really drink poison? Was everything in the Sahara against you? Or was it all in your mind? You'll never know for sure. And that's what makes the Sahara one of the most dangerous places in the world. Thanks for watching. Now check out why people are obsessed with Area 51 or click this other video instead. But don't forget to subscribe.